Community legal centres really give you the opportunity to make a positive change within your community by working with community and listening to what those particular community needs are.
Most law students really identify with the fact that they're studying law. It's something that's really meaningful for them. And having that passion in terms of what I was studying, I always then wanted to find that same passion in my career. And being a community lawyer, I've really found that. And I love that we get to work with people on the ground, but we also get to influence some really big decisions.
I had what I like to refer to as my mid-law degree crisis. I'd worked in some private firms and I decided it wasn't really for me. So I was given some career advice to actually volunteer for a CLC.
Before I started working as a community lawyer, I started work in international development and working on projects that advance the rights of women and girls. From there, I thought, this is what I love, this is what I'm passionate about, and it's something that I don't necessarily have to do overseas. I can also do that work right here.
Before becoming a community lawyer, I worked in the private sector for about 5 years. So I did my articles of clerkship with a private firm straight out of university, and then after about 5 years at that firm, I moved into the community sector. I don't think there's any one typical day in the community law space.
A day could be me being at court, being a duty lawyer. It could be having a meeting with other community legal centres and other organisations doing a law reform campaign. It could be me having a chat with other practitioners in integrated practice, so social workers, financial counsellors, about how we can work better for our clients.
Could involve meeting with local, state and federal members of parliament to lobby for system or legal reforms or for funding.
I could be briefing a barrister, I could be running a community legal education session, I could be co-creating different information resources for a specific community group. And that difference, I think, is typical of a lot of community legal centres.
The community legal centre that I work in particularly focuses on the community members who would otherwise find it very difficult to access what we would call mainstream legal assistance.
Clients are everyone. They could be your neighbour, they could be your friend.
Myself, being a family violence lawyer, I do a lot of work with women and children, and that can be perpetrators or victim survivors. It's incredibly broad.
Legal issues can actually affect everyone, and the real diversity of clients is actually something I really appreciate, because you get to hear this range of life stories that otherwise you might never hear about.
I think the main thing we look for is a real passion for the job and a passion for the work that we do, and a passion to help the clients that we represent.
And also, obviously, really looking for somebody who wants to make a positive contribution to the social justice sphere in which we work, who are really interested in analysing the way that laws apply to our communities right now, and to see whether or not from our clients' experiences they should be changed, and if they should be changed, if they're willing to also advocate for that change.
Working with our clients, they've often gone through a really hard time, and to be able to witness their resilience and their bravery and courage in the face of so many hardships, that's it's actually a real honour to be doing that.
There's been such an incredible movement in community law for the past 50 years. What it's meant is that communities that have been marginalised and have been really excluded from benefits of society for such a long time still have the ability to have their rights upheld, and they have someone fighting on their behalf to achieve justice. So if we didn't have community law, I think those people would miss out, and it would be a much less just and fair society.